Good morning, everyone. Kansas Sports HQ here, episode 95. We're going to have Frank Eveland join us from the Dairyland Collegiate League. It's all about the Summer Ball Showdown. Today you have Najee with the Wellington Heat 2025 SBS champ, Sean Cutler with the Valley Center Mud Daubers, Sheldon Howell with all of the things baseball with us, and then myself, tournament director of the SBS. We're excited to talk to Frank today, but
just immediately. Why are we taking back? We just take you back every time. I actually feel the pain now when Najee's here. Or I did not.
He did not. I did. But anyways, good morning, everyone. How are you today?
Good. Great day to have a good day.
Always a good day to have a good day.
A little Taco Tuesday. Supposed to be 85 today.
It's hot.
Technically, we brought in Taco Tuesday.
It was the eve.
Dan's? Yeah, Dan's is pretty good.
Dante's Tacos.
Daryl's, whatever it is.
We legit do have a discount code for Darnell's Tacos. Those are good. Solid.
That's funny. Don's Taco Stop.
True.
Lighting the way for us last night in the deep hours of the night for hunger.
Yes.
Naj, how are your chicken tacos?
Chicken tacos, they were actually very fantastic. Not much of a hard shell kind of guy, but
We didn't know. We learned.
no, and that's okay. I was picky enough telling you I didn't.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Then he was like, I
yeah.
don't like hard shell.
See,
Well-
that's being picky. That's being picky.
Frank has joined us. Frank, how are you this morning?
Good, how are you guys?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. We're talking about bringing in Taco Tuesday, but at night, just fun things for that. We're excited to chat with you, man. It's always great to have a new league and organization come in for the Summer Ball Showdown. So today's all about you, man. Talk to us about the Dairyland Collegiate League.
So we are now in our 6th season, and we have we started back in the COVID year with three teams, and this year we've increased to 8 teams total. Right now we have 200, as of this morning, I have 289 collegiate baseball players signed up. We have 190 of them under contract currently. So we are way ahead of schedule versus last year. We're finalizing
Pass some of that
our
luck
30
down here.
That's awesome.
What's
Yeah,
that?
that is awesome.
I'll have some of my recruiters work with you.
So tell us about your location, some team names. You've sent me a bunch of stuff, and I wish I could share it here, but team names for sure. Which one's your favorite team name? And then tell us more about Wisconsin.
So yeah, we are in Johnson Creek, Wisconsin, Lake Mills area. We're kind of halfway between Milwaukee and Madison. We play at a lot of local venues, mainly like Fireman's Park fields in our communities. We also play at the Dockhound Stadium, MLB affiliated stadium. We have games in there. This year we're hosting our All-Star game there, so going to incorporate some youth night this year, so get a bunch of fans out to see these guys. It's a lot of work, this promotional stuff into play. My favorite team is the one I just created this year, is the Highlanders. Its mascot is a Highlander cow.
Those the shaggy ones, right?
Yeah. They're pretty cool.
Nice.
You know a little bit about
the Kansas Collegiate League Baseball has a team called the Midwest Moose here.
Yeah.
And
that's our cow representation.
yeah, it's an utter catastrophe most days.
Good one, Dave.
Have you never heard those
So
puns?
we have the North Shore Bobbers, the Waukesha
Nice.
Foxes, the Johnson Creek Mapaches, the Monashaw River Rats, the Lakeside Beach Bums, the Mad City Hoots, the Highlanders. And was that 8? Am I forgetting somebody?
I
Oh,
feel
the
like
Wisconsin
there's
Cheese Kings. How can I forget the Wisconsin Cheese
Oh,
Kings?
the Cheese Kings. All
yeah.
right.
I was gonna
Speaking
say.
of Cheese Kings, you are a Packers fan, and so is Sheldon.
Yes.
Yes, I see that on his chair. I like it.
As I know we're talking about baseball, but what are your thoughts on free agency so far?
I'm still waiting to see what kind of impact we'll make on our offensive line because Malik Willis just went down to Miami, so we'd have to protect Jordan Love even more now because to find a backup quarterback to fill his shoes is going to be tough.
Yeah,
We
that's
need to
fact.
keep Jordan Love healthy.
You know, we for whatever reason the front office didn't pay attention to us, which I don't understand that. But Sean and I were, we were really pushing for the idea of trading Jordan Love and signing Malik to a long-term cheaper deal, and just just riding that out with getting all of our first-round picks for Jordan Love and then going from there. But it didn't happen. Dave and I actually, I took Dave to the Chicago game that we lost after being up by 21 points. But yeah, that was a lot of fun until it wasn't. But it was a good time. That's the most recent game I've gone to. Are you close enough to go to some of the home games?
Yeah, I live just an hour and 45 minutes south of Lambeau.
Oh man, I'm jealous.
Nice. Well, I guess you need to make friends with Frank. That way, when
Yeah.
you need to go to a game, you might be able to take over a couch.
Hour 45 would be nice. That's not bad at all.
No,
Are you a season ticket holder?
I am not because I haven't made that kind of money yet.
Yeah. Well, and the wait
Yeah,
list is like a decade
centuries long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that side of it. So
Hey,
you said
when
you guys are expanding.
great grandson can get on there.
Yeah. You guys are expanding to 8 teams. So what's kind of the draw in the expansion? What's kind of the vision behind the league with what you guys are trying to do, and how are you, for us, like, and I'm just guessing here, but how far apart are your teams? Are they relatively, in distance to one another? Are they a long ways away from each other? Is there a lot of travel? What's kind of the goal with the expansion portion?
So the goal with our expansion was to get closer to Madison, the Madison Mallards, which is part of the Northwoods. So with being in Windsor at our newest field, it's called Ziggy Park. We're like right in the Mallards' backyard, so we want to kind of get some fans to come out and watch our brand of baseball as well. Uh, we take pride in committed high school seniors. We let them play in between graduating high school and going to their next stop, which is either JUCO, D2, wherever they're going to, D3. So it kind of gets them exposure to some of these college guys. They can help them acclimate quicker, and it seems to be something that our coaches like too, that are out here picking these guys up. So now they're sending their future freshmen to the DCL to get them to play a little collegiate ball the summer before they come to fall camp. So we kind of take pride in that. And our teams play within 25 minutes of each other, so our fields are
Nice.
in the surrounding area. So there's not much travel. A lot of the Illinois guys will commute back and forth. They don't need host families because they can balance their schedule to drive up and back. And most of our games are at night, so they pretty much have all day to get, back and forth, etc. I'm also in with the Milwaukee Brewers, their summer camps. So a lot of my guys get jobs doing that during the day, working the Milwaukee Brewer camps, and it gets these guys exposure. They get to go over to American Family Field and do a tour of that, and meet some Brewers players, and it's kind of a cool experience for them.
Definitely. Yeah. cool that you guys are close to each other too. I think we've seen such a in collegiate summer ball anyway, we've seen such a shift in, the recruiting aspect side of it. And the younger guys are looking for better exposure and, like you say, acclimate to that next level, which I think is a big thing that youth travel ball, when you're talking your 17, 18-year-old teams, they're not doing a good job of getting them prepared for college because they're, for the most part, just caring about winning these random tournament things that they're playing in that doesn't really matter or translate. But then, you got guys that show up to college and they have no clue, the speed of the game and the level of play and, the stuff that they're getting ready to walk into. So it's serving what I think is a major need. And I think that helps. And, rather than kind of shunning them off of saying like, oh yeah, we don't have a spot for you, you're not here yet. I've seen a big shift in leagues starting to take more of those guys. Obviously not by the masses, but every team's starting to kind of sprinkle down there and grabbing a few of them. And I think that's good for the game overall. So I think it's awesome that you guys are doing that. My other question that I had for you was, so with you guys kind of being in close proximity, right? Do you guys have like fan base that will travel, team to team? Like, is it kind of, at least what I'm taking from what you're saying is like all of these teams are essentially kind of league ran, like you guys kind of have your fingerprints, I guess, in all of them as well. So do you guys kind of plant them individually, or is it all kind of like, hey, we're playing multiple games at this spot, multiple games here, or are they kind of like hometown teams in these locations? Like what's kind of your format, I guess, is my question.
So they are uh, hometown teams
Cool.
essentially, but I mean, not a lot of the players are from these hometowns, but we
Yeah.
planted them in the hometowns to kind of give the villages that support us a venue to go to, because we play games every night starting June 3rd to the end of July. So we're running 3 games a night in different locations. So you'll have one in Johnson Creek, one in Waterloo, and then one over in Janesville. Um, Janesville's really taken a hold of the Cheese Kings. Um,
It's a sweet
the
name.
Janesville Gazette runs articles pretty much after every game that they cover. So we got some good newspaper coverage there. And we're starting to see more and more of that creep into the other areas. Um, the Waukesha Foxes play at Carroll College on their turf field. So we just I think we probably have 150 to 200 people a night probably show up to these games, and we don't charge, so they just come enjoy the baseball. Uh, with that being said, I got some food truck guys that want to get involved with me because they want to, capitalize on this 100 to 200 people. Maybe sell some barbecue or
Cheese
something like
curds,
that. Street tacos, how it goes.
all the good stuff.
Yeah.
It's Taco Tuesday.
So
So
we're adding little things every year.
So tell me, so if let's say I'm a player, so real quick, Najee is with us. He is a 2025 Summer Ball Showdown champion with the Wellington
Okay.
Heat, and then he also played with the Wellington Heat quite a few times throughout the summer. He works with us here at Parisi Speed School. If Najee was a player and he wanted to come to the DCL, what how would you pitch that to him? And why do you feel like the DCL is a place for him?
So my pitch to him is, we go hard and we compete hard, and we have, we have an all-star game, we have a postseason, we play for rings, we play for titles. The Lakeside Beach Bums have won the league title 3 years in a row now, and now we got our
Ooh.
managers recruiting like crazy to try and take that title from them. So that's where our extreme competitiveness is going to be this year. People want that crown, they want those rings, they want that trophy, they want themselves out on the website showing that they were part of a collegiate championship team for the summer. Now this year we added in, going to the Natty with you guys. So there's another added bonus, if you come play hard and become an all-star and you want to go play on that Natty team and we have room for you, and that's where you're headed. You're going to head to Kansas to try and win a national championship. And we're,
Now, just
that's our.
explain.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
Hold on. When you were setting up that question, I don't think there was any reason for you to mention that he was a Summer Ball Showdown champ at all. You could have just said, "Hey, Naj is a former baseball, or he's a college baseball player. Pitch it to him." No, you didn't have to. You didn't have to.
Sean.
Well, you have to
all
you have to understand. I'm leading with that because Naj has experienced the heartbreak and what a championship is at the Summer Ball Showdown, and I wanted to be able to share that information for kids that are going to watch this when Frank promotes it. So,
No.
Goodness.
So Naj, kind of give us a rundown of your experience. You don't have to talk about the heartbreaking losses or anything like that. But
No, you do. You do.
Okay.
You need to
give us a
actually
full spectrum of your experience. So
level out with Sean
So
here.
Frank's players that get to see this and watch this for the promo, like, tell them what it's about, like from the vibe when you walk in to the games on the field to mental.
And Frank, if you can't tell, there's a little bit of competitiveness across the table right now about the Summer Ball Showdown. So what you guys are doing in your league is going to translate right into this. So it's just a good set, and the table is already rocking and rolling for you. But yeah, go ahead, Naj.
Summer Ball Showdown, 5 days of just wow. It's just like, man, I really can't explain it. It's hard because Wednesday you get there, like you see baseball going on with a lot of other stuff because you got vendors the first day where you can buy. You got the Eastern tent out there. You got massages out there. It's just a lot of stuff going on, and that's only day one. And then Thursday is the same thing about everybody's going on. I like to say Wednesday and Thursday everybody should go. On Wednesday and Thursday everybody should go. Everybody should go the first 2 days because there's always something going on that you'll never get to see again. Like, I'm pretty sure the Penguin's going to be back with some other stuff.
He's going to make it happen.
Yeah.
So real quick, we traditionally partner with a interactive zoo called Tanganyika, and a penguin has thrown out the first pitch for the past 3 years.
Awesome.
Quite literally a penguin.
Didn't know penguins could throw baseballs, but learn that. But it's competitive because number one, it's all random. Your first 2 games are random, so there's nothing you can do about who you play. You could be playing the number 1 team in the tournament, or you could play the bottom team in the tournament. The bottom team could beat you in the first game of the tournament because there was a year that we lost to the Grays in the first game. Like, no disrespect to the Grays.
That's kind of disrespectful. But
no
yeah.
disrespect. They had Miggy playing. Creighton played that game. Yeah. Creighton played that game.
Yeah, but you said the bottom team in the tournament, and then you lost.
We don't really have seeds.
See, yeah,
everyone's randomly drawn at any given time.
It's even ground, and that's what makes it like fair because once you get those first 2 games, you got to go. You got to come ready to go. Wow, you're wrong. But no, you got to be ready to go. You got to have the arms. You got to have the offense. Your offense got to be clicking. Because I'm going to tell you, the Heat who won it last year, they got hot at the right time. That's all I'm going to say. They got hot at the right time. It's all about having fun. You're going to meet great people along the way. It's definitely an experience for family, friends, a whole team. It's definitely a good college experience. You're not too far from the city if you want to go out and venture around whilst you have your off day on Friday. If you get your off day on Friday,
gotta earn it.
You gotta earn it. That's why you gotta come ready to play in the first 2 days. You can't just lay around and think like, oh, I'm not gonna throw my guy this game. Hey, I've known coaches who have saved guys, never works out for them. You don't save guys. You gotta win the game you're in. That's one thing I've realized in SPS. You always gotta win the game you're in, not the next one, the one that you're in. Even if it's the last one that you're supposed to win. But it's okay. But the SPS is fun. I hope that you guys from Wisconsin can come here and love it because as an international guy who's played baseball in a lot of places, it's really fun, and I really love playing in the SPS.
Nice.
He didn't even touch on food.
And gotta leave something in the air. What?
Yeah.
No, talk about the food. Like
rolling.
The food. I'll be honest. I don't really eat much out there.
Oh, that's fair.
We established he's a picky eater.
Yeah,
already.
he is a picky
I eat the
eater.
championship food every time, though.
Because you could have chicken.
Yeah.
If you make it to the championship game, there's a championship meal for the boys. So, yeah, how many times have you got to eat that?
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
Okay.
He's talking about a heartbreak loss where they were up 8 and dropped it and then lost like 27 straight balls.
8 runs should win you a baseball game, Frank. 8 runs should win you a baseball game, Frank.
I do have a couple added pools to come into our league in this summer. We now have Augie Voigt, who recruits for the independent leagues like Pecos League, Frontier, and the Pioneer League. He's going to be around looking at guys this summer.
That's cool.
And we do have the Northwoods come in and take players at the end of the
Scalp
season.
you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Hopefully none of the people I want to bring down to Kansas.
We are very familiar with that. That is
So
why do you actually that's a question I have for you. Why do you think that all the players just they're salivating over Northwoods teams? What do you think the reasoning is behind that?
I think they believe that it's a step in the right direction for their dreams and their careers, hoping that, that one person's there to notice them and kind of help leapfrog them a little further. And that's kind of one of the things I liked when I started talking to Augie Voigt from the independent league is there's another avenue out there that players can try and get into. Yeah, it's equally as tough to get into this as it is anywhere else. He told me it's like I can basically tell a person you're not cut out for it or you are cut out for it. He says like 20% that come to him get to move on, and the other 80 he gets to have to tell them they have to either work harder or be done after college.
Do you think personally, do you feel that there's a massive jump in anything between your league and the Northwoods?
Some of our higher end guys have done well when they've moved up. Namely the pitchers and a few really good outfielders with great bats have done well when they've played their final 10 games with the Northwoods. A lot of the D1 guys and that level of player have to go back before that Northwood season's over. So they're calling me up saying, what do you got? What do you got? I got to finish out the playoffs and I got to add players because a lot of mine are leaving. So I think it's a good relationship to have anyway. I believe in all of us in baseball should be a family and we shouldn't be pitting ourselves against each other.
Unless you're trying to take that ring or you're trying to win that ring or that championship for the league, right? That target on your back.
Come down and win a showdown.
There you go.
Hey,
you go, tell them.
All for it, man.
Tell them, Frank.
Hey, DCO. Go DCO.
Yeah, no, I mean it's pretty cool. I enjoy watching the collegiate leagues just across the country. I don't know. I'm a competitor. I like to play and just strap it up and let's see what's up. I don't have a ton of experience other than the Northwoods taking a lot of our guys. That's about my experience with them, to be quite honest. But that's just I hear it when talking to players all the time. They're like, oh well, the Northwoods might call, the Northwoods this, the Northwoods that, and I'm always like, brother,
they haven't called you
if
yet.
they haven't called you yet, then they probably aren't gonna call you. The reality of it is those guys are a year ahead, basically. And the players, I don't think they really understand how organized it is because it's a big thing. And that's one thing. If I'm being honest about a player perspective, right? If I look at that and I go, wow, this is a setting where I can be seen. There's a lot of people at games. You get the exposure, that type of stuff. They do a fantastic job. I mean, they have all kinds of cool things. I think that the majority of those teams, maybe not all of them, but majority of those teams, I think, were essentially planted in ex minor league ballparks and in ex minor league teams that essentially didn't make it as minor league teams, and now they're collegiate league teams, which is great. I think that's good for baseball as well too. But on the recruiting aspect side, it's always man, even if you want to say that it's a step up, right? Whatever. If they're if they're interested in you, I promise you, they probably would have talked to you at this point in time. Like there's no advantage for organizations to wait. Like it's just that like nobody's wanting to wait around to find the diamond in the rough. Like that's like a pipe dream. You know, these guys, they're well ahead of the game in making sure that they're organized and doing all this stuff. So if you're a player out there, just understand that. Like leagues that are like the DCL, right, that are constantly growing and wanting to grow and do the things that are good for baseball players, put yourself in a position to just play, like, and be successful and have a chance to get on the field. And then guess what? If you're really good and you're dominant, this is what I usually tell the people that I'm talking to recruiting wise. I'm like, listen, if you're the best player in the KCLB, trust me, they'll call you. Like I promise you, you will find your way to whatever the next thing is. But if you can't dominate whatever you're in currently right now, then what makes you think that the better thing is going to come knocking on your door? It doesn't equate. Like there's just no, people live in fairy tale land. So it's just, we want to promote the dreams and keep going and keep working and like all of the stuff, but make the best out of the situation that you're in currently. And then show everybody that you're of value there, but we're not close to those guys. Like they're a little ways away from us. Although that league is just, I feel like it gets bigger every year. Like I feel like they just got more teams and more teams and more teams. I, for the life of me, don't know how you manage all that, but it'd be kind of crazy. So
I think they got a lot of CEOs.
A lot of CEOs.
That's what
what I've learned is they've got that segmented. They have guys they try to offer early, and then as you play throughout the summer, and once they know what they're going to be capped at come postseason, then they come in after that wave. And I've had a few players say, I'm waiting. I was contacted by the Northwoods. I'm waiting for a contract from them. And then when it doesn't come, they're on my doorstep, essentially, you got any room for me? And, depending on what kind of player you are and what we have seen on tape, we may or may not take you at that point because we might not have room for you. And we don't want to take away from the guys that jumped on board and dedicated themselves to play for the summer.
Commitment is a thing, man. Like that's something young players struggle with, I think. Like committing to something and then being about it. Like that's probably a whole different combo. But another question that I had for you on, oh, you got one?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead, Sean.
For you. All right. Yeah, so you were talking about the players a little bit there and mentioned that you took pride in the kind of 18U guys coming in and playing a lot, going into college. I think that's great. So where do you, I just have a couple questions on the players. Where do most of your players come from? Is it mostly in that upper Midwest area, or is it from all over?
Originally, it was mostly up Midwest. All of our D3 schools in the WEAC, like Oshkosh, Whitewater, Platteville, Superior, Stevens Point. And now like the other private D3s, St. Norbert's, Carroll, they're all bringing players. Got a lot of JUCO guys, Rock Valley, Bryant Stratton, Southeastern Community College down in Iowa. We get a lot of stuff from the conference that Upper Iowa is in with, Mankato State. Haven't officially got one of them guys yet, but I'm hoping some year I do. But this year, my general manager is down at Dyersburg State in Tennessee. So we have a lot of Southern flair this year. We had a lot of guys coming up from Tennessee, Kentucky, a few out of Mississippi. We got some guys that moved out of Missouri last year because that southwestern corner of Missouri, I guess, gets kind of hot in the summer.
Mhm.
So they wanted to come to our climate to play.
It's not hot there?
So, Huh?
It's not hot there?
We're in Wisconsin?
Yeah.
We didn't get hot until our postseason ended last year.
What's your
humidity.
like? What's hot mean? Like, what's the version? Like,
Oh, it was like 90 degrees with super humidity.
in postseason?
We usually stay 79 to 80.
Jeez Louise.
Oh my goodness! You guys are going to be in for a shock at the
You gotta
SBS.
remember that at Wisconsin, first of all, it's pretty far north, and then you have two Great Lakes right there, and a
Yeah.
river right next to it. They're sandwiched between those. Like,
I'm
A
just a
lot of
Packers
times we
fan,
get a lake
brother.
breeze
Like,
off
I
of
go
Lake
to one
Michigan.
why
and
are
all
you
that.
surprised that it doesn't get hot up there?
I figured the summertime it would still be pretty darn hot. I mean, 90 degrees here in the summer. Everybody's
I'd-
like, man, this is a good day. Like, this is light out here. Like, as we're about 100 to 101 is kind of our
Well, it's funny because
higher temp days. I guess.
I'm originally from Iowa, so it gets really hot and humid in the summers in Iowa, pretty much starting in end of May, all the way through September. But yeah, so a lot of D2s, D3s, JUCOs that you mentioned there. Do you have any, maybe some big time alumni from your league that you could name off?
So I have Hayden Cooper, who's also now my general manager. Uh, he was a star at Delta State down in Mississippi. We've had some guys get picked up and drafted. I have to go on my website to pull up their names. We have had some guys go into pro ball. I'm working on getting all that correlated because the previous owners didn't do a good job of keeping track of those guys, and we want that all on our website. We want people to see our alumni that are out there doing well. My son happens to be a all-star from the Dairyland Collegiate League.
All right. What's he
played
play?
at Southeastern Community. What's that?
What position?
He's a pitcher.
All right.
So right now he's working with Augie Voigt to maybe get into the Frontier League this summer. He's not really into the scholastic portion of college. That's why JUCO fit him so well to start out with.
It's overrated.
But he's low to mid 90s on the fastball. He's got a nasty breaking ball, etc. And he's one of the 20% that Augie said will get a contract. He already had an offer to Bakersfield out in California. So
nice.
He's just trying to decide if he wants to play. But there would be a person we could say has done well. I mean, he leads the record books with strikeouts at 130.
Dang.
Dairyland Collegiate League.
So you got any plans on July 29th of 2026?
Well, if we get him down there, yeah.
There you go.
As long as he's not contracted in the
Yeah, you might tell him to hold off on signing anything. Actually,
get him down here.
We're trying
Maybe
to get him
something else
to-
a
happens.
little 90-day window,
Yeah, we better take that opportunity, bring him down there.
Yeah,
Showcase
that'd
him
actually
a
be
little
really
bit,
cool.
'cause- So yeah, we got and then with that relationship with Southeastern, I got quite a number of pictures that come up every summer from Coach Schulte to get their reps in, and he's become a very good fan of the Dairyland Collegiate Leagues. He's got
That's awesome.
infielders that need footwork, stuff like that. He wants them here playing and competing. And he likes our format of going every night, like very hardly any downtime, just nonstop baseball.
How many games in total do you guys play regular season?
I think this year's like, was it 144 total?
For the entire league.
How many per? What is that per team? You got 8 teams. Come on, math wizards.
25, almost 24.
Thank you.
Yeah, about
R&D
24.
was on it.
About 24 a team.
I gotcha. Nice.
Then we have our postseason, which is a week long, and that's done in a double elimination platform, except for the lower seeds. They got to win to get in that double elimination platform.
I like
They're not
that.
lower level. They're just, their records are the lowest at that
Yes.
point. But last year, the Beach Bums had to play in, and then they wound up winning it all. So,
I mean, we've seen a 14 seed take the championship at the Summer Ball Showdown. So
yeah.
Get hot at the right time.
I wanted to ask, you and I have been chatting and texting for, I want to say 2 years now. And then we're pulling the trigger this year on the Summer Ball Showdown. What has the excitement there?
What has the excitement to come do this?
Yeah.
So I didn't think deeply about it last year. like I did this year, is like I can come down and meet all these other collegiate league people, and I can get ideas from them, and they can get ideas from me, and we can collaborate and kind of go over what we're seeing, and some what are some of our issues getting players, etc. And I think we could help each other, and I'm just excited to see what it's all about.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I mean, the sense of community that we have at the SBS is pretty neat, because all the coaches and players eat at the same place, at the field, so that's it's always fun to do. Um, I'd be excited to hear like some after your team comes down to hear what they think of the tournament. Obviously, we have several leagues that come back because they enjoy the competition and the sense of community that we have. Real quick, players that do see this, Chick-fil-A does a home run derby that is a for the players situation, and the winner takes home Chick-fil-A for a year and a custom Chick-fil-A bat that nobody else ever has. It's been a unique event. Najee's trying to get in it again, but I don't know if he has eligibility
I'm out,
left.
Najee. Are you kidding?
I do have eligibility left. I just don't have no more
Too
turns.
old for that.
But like the community side of it, it's its own vibe, and there's music playing all over the place, giving you guys that opportunity to meet some people, make new connections, and really do those networking things with the coaches. Just trying to think of some other fun things outside of just playing baseball. There's a few things to do around the complex. I mean, there's a restaurant, bar, and then there's a water park on site kind of thing. It's indoor. Um, excuse me. And then just some other things. If you guys want to go visit Tanganyika, you could on a day where maybe you had an early game or whatnot. There's just so many fun things. But we're excited to have you guys and make that move. I mean, you and I had discussed bringing down some cheese. That's always a fun thing that comes from Wisconsin, because every time I've gone up there, I always bring home cheese and ask people to bring
I'll,
cheese.
I'll probably bring down some of our logoed hats and stuff like that, canned koozies and whatnot to hand out. And
Oh yeah.
I like getting that merch out there so people kind of dig into it a little bit.
Well, I don't know if you can see Sean's picture or frame here, but do you guys have any mascots?
Actual mascots.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about incorporating that this year.
Uh,
Get some of the youth players to wear some costumes around, and right
sure.
now it's
So
just logoed.
in Sean's frame, there's three mascots: the El Dorado Walnuts, the Mulvane Patriots, and then the Park City Rangers. Their mascot heads are right there. They make a huge community difference and presence year round. If you have that, and they show up to like parades, trunk or treats, and all kinds of stuff like that. Then you can have like in El Dorado, the senior center has a dance off night with against Winston the Walnut quite often. So you have some lady with a walker dancing next to a mascot that's a walnut, and it just brings the community together in a fun way.
I just refreshed all of our logos this year, so
Nice.
if they go to DCLWisconsin.com, they can see all of our new logos on the team pages and the two new ones. And of course, unfortunately, I forgot my cord today, so my laptop's telling me we're gonna
Die.
lose power soon, so I might have to jump onto my cell phone.
Well,
You're-
if you want to, I mean, if it's gonna die, we can just this is your time to do some shout outs. If you want to throw any shout outs to sponsors or coaches or anything like that, this is your opportunity. Give it a little promo, and then we'll finish up after you pop off, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to my newest video production, WSN Live. We just purchased a $32,000 system from them to give our live stream a much better view. We're going to have an outfield camera and a behind the plate camera, and the switchboard and everything to switch that back and forth, which is really awesome. And that'll be able to put all of our sponsors, little commercials in between innings, etc. You see my banner behind me? I got that for post game interviews and whatnot, pre-game stuff. This Friday, I will find out if, and it seems like it's very likely that Raising Cane's Chicken's going to become part of the DCL as a sponsor. We have
Nice.
other sponsors. We have Ding Bats out of Verona. That's a custom wood bat maker. We have KW Electric out of Evansville. What's up, Chuck? We got several other ones that are coming back. Jimmy John Subs, Steve Worth out of Waukesha owns about 50 stores that are all around our venues. Looking to get Culver's more involved this year. The Culver's out of Sun Prairie is going to bring over Scoopy and try to figure out a way to get custard at the games, stuff like that. So
Nice.
a lot of cool stuff coming our way.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
We need a Culver's down here.
We have
There is
We have
Culver's here.
Culver's.
No, we
Yes, we do. There's like four.
I get it every Sunday.
4 is
There's-
crazy.
There's 4 of them. Derby. There's one over there.
I know there's one over there. I
There's
didn't know
one
no
on the
Culver's
east
down
side
here.
and one on the north.
Culver's ice
No,
cream is elite.
Oh
No, you
my-
guys got
there's no
Chick-fil-A.
Culver's.
Maybe I can pull the Chick-fil-A out of Janesville to be a little bit more in my corner too, because they're all
We'll
around my
help there.
venues too.
We'll have to. We
Ah.
can reach out to our guy and see if
See
he
if we can
knows
get
your
you
guy.
connected.
Yeah. see
Yeah.
what
When
we
you
can
guys come to SBS, are you gonna bring any fans with you?
More than likely, yes.
There's no Culver's here.
I think that
We have a good-
we have a team from Omaha that comes down and they rent a bus and they come down with it's mainly, I'm guessing, family, but some friends as well too, and they come down and it's always kind of cool to just get to chat with them because they show up to every one of the games and they don't, obviously the local teams end up with more people in the stands, but it's kind of a cool hometown feel to have those people kind of travel with the guys and be a part of what's going on at the games with them and stuff. So I just didn't know if you guys had planned to do that or not. I think that'd be cool. Good representation for the league,
They're all going to know about it. So like last year, our semifinal and final game, there was probably 400 people in the park watching that
Heck yeah.
championship game. So they're pretty involved here.
I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so
Well,
we're-
Frank, we'll let you jet out of here so your camera or your phone or camera doesn't die on your laptop and all of that good stuff. But thanks for joining us. We'll get this posted up. I'll send you a link to the page so you can share it and all that good stuff. If you want if you want me to download it and send it to you, I can. That way
Yes.
you can have the fresh cut. Outside of that, man, we're excited to have you guys for the Summer Ball Showdown in 2026, which is July 29th through August 2nd at Genesis Sports Complex, the largest national tournament of its kind. And Frank, we're excited to have some Wisconsin flavor down here.
We're excited to join you, and I really appreciate the time today.
Absolutely.
meeting
Thanks for
you all,
joining.
Nice
us.
to meet you, Frank. DCL is coming to
You too.
whoop up on the Heat, whoop up
Uh,
on the Dobbs.
Uh-oh.
I think I don't
There
play
we
for the
go.
Heat no more.
Well, yeah, but they're coming. So
They coming to whoop up on the
I'm gonna
Dobbers.
stir up this thing. I'm gonna
Had
make
enough of all of
them.
Here we go.
DCL ain't gonna talk it, so I'm gonna talk it for them.
Yeah, we
Let's
got you.
go.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I can
DCL
bring some
against
cooler
KCIB,
air when I
let's
come
go.
down too.
Bring some cold air. Oh, we need that. We need that.
Yeah, I'll take that
Yeah,
for
we'll
sure.
All day.
Yeah.
All day. All right, Frank. Well, we'll catch you later, man. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks, guys.
Oh man, that sounds pretty cool. I mean, having a Northwoods team in your backyard and growing into that to see that, I don't know.
Yeah, he was giving us the politically correct answer, which is fine.
He probably.
I wanted
like
to
some-
stir up more,
Every-
conflict.
the young people, the people my age, have a word for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Words.
Go ahead.
Trifling, messy.
Hey,
Right?
Trifling and messy.
Yep.
I feel like
Yeah, just
trifling has been used only by women.
that is-
Yeah.
that is a woman word, I
Yep.
believe.
It is indeed.
I I just
Yeah, I
wanted
did.
to,
I never
stir
knew
it
there
up.
was
See if we
Culvers
And
in here.
bring it. Like, any of those teams.
This is
I
a
want to play 'em.
revelation.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're serious? You didn't know Culver's was
Oh
here?
man, I know
Oh,
there's no Culvers here.
Sean is actually
Oh,
going to be
man.
upset with Sheldon that he didn't know
That's
that.
unbelievable.
They've been here since.
You know how many times I've told you that we went and got
not
ice
that
cream at
long.
Culver's?
almost a year.
Literally
probably
never.
years.
Like,
Because I would have been like, "There's Culvers here."
Oh,
Literally
I
my
go
God.
never.
every Sunday.
for their custard.
Yeah, no, never.
I
knew
even
it.
knew that.
I've been there.
Me too. But
Elite.
I
It's
really
elite.
like their.
Wait, just the custard, right?
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
I've ever ate there. Is their
See-
food good?
Cheese
Yeah,
curds are good.
North Rock.
They're all over the place.
North Rock is Derby.
What's
The one in North
crazy
Rock
is
is
you
Derby.
came to
Uh-huh.
the kids' deal at church, and it's literally in the church parking lot.
Is
At
it
Life
really?
Church?
Yes.
Yeah, and
In the
there's
Life
one
Church.
on there, and there's one literally up Tyler.
It's probably not the same Culvers. that I'm thinking of.
What do you mean?
It's just not.
When you left, you
That's
would have ran
insane.
right. You would have went right by it.
Can't
It's
believe I never seen that.
the big blue building.
That's nuts. I love Culvers. I would have stopped right there.
Oh
This
man,
is crazy.
Oh
You're welcome, Sean.
man,
goodness.
Well, we're happy we can.
just haven't even been living up to my full potential here in Wichita.
No, you haven't.
Naj, maybe you
Ain't
have to
nobody give
show
a
him where
piss.
it's at to help
Under the
this
heat.
animosity between the Heat and the Mud Daubers.
See some, like
There's no animosity. You guys just keep fueling it by
Oh.
bringing them on this podcast, and then
see that's Sean. That's why I don't show up because I want you to feel okay. Because I feel like
'cause every time Naj comes on here, here's SBS champion Naj, who was there for like 4 days. Like,
hold on now, Sean. Sean, the conversation. Let's clear. I'm going to clear the air while I'm here right now. So before anybody wants to take away legitimacy of my championship, first of all, I played for the Heat for 2 years. Two heartbreaking summers. Where were the Daubers in those 2 summers? Never made it to Sunday. Okay. So
yeah, we're building something.
So,
We're
yeah.
building something.
yeah. So
Guess what?
Hey,
We're still on an upward trajectory.
Hey, that's all that
they're
matters.
still
We're still on the
retooling.
upward. Well, it's every year's a retool.
Yeah,
in the
every year is a
KCLB.
retool.
So we're building up towards the
And that's
up
good.
towards the top. But
and that's good. So all I'm
the
going to
Heat
say.
just get like some Cadillac keys handed to
Oh,
them.
wow.
There
No,
it went.
see?
There it went.
Hey,
Saying we grind all summer,
if you know what's
beat the Heat like 4 times,
not when it matters,
and
But-
then
don't win the postseason tournament.
but don't win the postseason.
or
tournament.
the SBS
which
tournament.
also is a little interesting, by the way. Rain helped out with that, but no big deal there.
Sometimes
We got legitimately screwed.
Yeah.
We got railroaded.
that day was a bad.
That was
that did not-
ridiculous.
that
dude.
did not.
That was
play out for
ridiculous.
you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was ridiculous. We earned the 1 seed,
Then we get
and then
rained
and then
out.
we just get railroaded because somebody, I'm not going to say who controls the weather, but somebody controls the weather, and they hate the Dobbs, obviously.
I think the Dobbs hate the Dobbs sometimes.
No, we don't hate ourselves.
Nah.
That rain was brutal though, because that turned
last
that
year-
whole thing into just
Mess.
debacle.
Hey, but all I want to say is, Sean, I was a part of the Heat all summer long. I just didn't want to play. I was on the roster from day one. I just didn't want to play. I told Sheldon to call me in July, and told me when he's ready for me to turn up. And he did as I said.
Wow, that sounds like a great team player. Right?
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
I had other commitments to be at.
Congratulations. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna live on.
Hey,
It's gonna continue to live on. In
I
here.
know we got to fuel the.
yeah,
It's the
get it going.
feuds have to have. I texted Creighton. I said we need to get you on here so we can fuel the Curve versus Grays. Since you brought up the Grays, so he was like, "Oh, dude, text me
Yeah,
whenever."
we got to go to some of Creighton's games this spring. West Side.
Oh yeah.
We got to go to some
Oh
West Side.
yeah. So we can see West Side.
Yeah. We got
There you go.
it's our boys over there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The West Side boys. You're right.
What is he talking
Oh
about?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that he knows.
No, we gotta go. I think when they play Northwest, we should plan to go. over.
100%.
Yeah,
That's a
'cause
game
we
you
got
gotta
those
beat.
boys at Northwest too. You're right.
Just a hype guy.
Yeah.
Just a hype guy.
I'm here for the vibes.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this bad boy up.
Sean, do you mind leading us in prayer?
Naj got it.
Oh,
Oh,
Naj, you want to
Big
lead us in prayer?
Najee.
Sure. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for another day that we are here. Thank you for time and opportunity, health and strength. Thank you for another day that we get to be here, uplifting you, talking about sports like we love to do. Thank you for everything. Thank you for life. Thank you for opportunity. Thank you for it all. I pray that we have a great day. Everybody has a great day. And I personally pray, amen.
Amen. Well, that's it for episode 95, Dairyland Collegiate League. They are coming to the Summer Ball Showdown, new team alert, announcement, all of the fun things. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.